What's up? This is the Moebius original series Battlestar Galactica Cylon Raider. This is 132 scale. It's in the same scale as the Viper that they put out. This is a big kit, but it should be fun. There's not a whole lot of parts. Should go together fairly easily. But I am going to light it, and I may try to make the lasers fireable with a momentary switch. So let's get it. I've cut the registry pins on all of the kit down to about 3/16 or an 1/8 left to fit into the female side of the registry pins. It makes it easier to test fit the parts and be able to pull them back off, because these pins are really long and they do stay when you stick them down. Here's a quick test fit. You can see how large this kit is. It's going to look really good when it's all done and detailed. I need to clean the parts up. There's a little bit of flash here and there, and see what else I need to do to make it look a little more realistic. The gun turrets are horrible. I'm going to have to get into my tubing, brass and aluminum tubing, and at least replace this front shaft. I have a box of brass and aluminum tube cutoffs. Most people that sell these, like K&S, they'll also sell the trimmings in bags. So I bought 3 or 4 of them a couple of years ago. I think I got them off Amazon actually. So now that I've gotten my tube pieces to match the diameter of the guns, I need to put them on the piece. So what I did is I took a folded piece of sandpaper, sanded around the biggest shaft here down at the bottom to get it started, and then I took my pipe. You see how it doesn't fit, but I keep twisting it, and the inside raw cut of the pipe slowly starts shaving the plastic off. So I kept trimming it and going at it until I got it to where it fits over. It slides over perfectly. Because I'm going to cut from here off and leave this shaft. That'll give me some support, and it'll also help me keep everything centered. Now I need to drill a hole into this end piece, because I'm going to keep this end piece, and then cut it off here at this junction to fit onto the other piece of pipe. Got the barrel of this turret put together. I did have to put a smaller piece of aluminum glued to the tip so that it would sit on top, because it wouldn't fit over this pipe. There are serious fit issues, like I said before, so that's going to be the hard part, is fixing all these seam lines around here. The barrels are done for the gun turrets. Put one on here with Yoo-hoo tack just to show you what it's going to look like. I still need to glue the 2 top halves together and sand away the seam lines to make it look round. Gun turrets are glued. I have my fiber optic running through. Drilled a hole in the bottom here where this peg goes in that slot, so you won't see the fiber optic. This is a 1mm fiber optic. Let me show you. Mushroom tip. Shines nice and even. I've glued a piece of tube styrene through this section so there won't be any binding or anything on my fiber optic when I have to put this piece onto the main body. I drilled a hole right here to be able to feed it through. Use my lighter to heat this elbow up and bend it, and then super glued it. Now I can get my bottom half on with my tube running out, which is going to run into a hole in the main body. But this is going to allow me to be able to glue all this together and fill it and sand it. Test fit with the wing here onto the main body. You can see my tube styrene here. It has my fiber optic in it. Then I'll be able to pull it to the main light source somewhere here in the middle. I have my wings glued together. My gun turret's separate. I can still move the fiber optic, but I've taped the ends so that they won't pull through and I won't get paint on the ends when I get to painting. So now I can sand my gun turret and paint it, and fill and sand my wing and paint it before I pull the fiber optic taut to glue the gun turret to the top of the wing. It's just going to make it easier for me. I've got my wings all sanded smooth. The seam lines, which the seam line all around here is really bad, but it's ready to be prepped for paint. Now I can move on to the main body. I did decide to drill out the holes in these two, either exhaust ports or intake. I don't know exactly what they are. Probably exhaust. But I did drill those out. I may stick something inside there. I may just paint it black inside and leave it as is. I'll make that decision when I get to the painting part. I've drilled my holes on either side in the face plate, also in the bottom plate, to be able to fit my 3mm straw hat LED for my headlights. I got these LEDs off of eBay a couple of years ago. They're already pre-resistored and pre-wired. I got them from Hong Kong, I believe. Takes about 10 days to get here, but they're really cheap and they're already done. And I think they come in packs of 10, packs of 20, packs of 50, packs of 100. And you get all colors: green, orange, red, blue, white, cool white, warm white. Anyway, get them off eBay. Just do a search and they'll come up. I decided to put my holes here because a lot of the reference I found online, this is where the headlights are. I've also seen people put them in here, in these two parts right here, but I preferred to put them here because I wanted these parts to be visible, and I think these on the outside are closer to accurate. Don't hold me to that, but I think it's closer to accurate on the studio models. The intake pieces that fit in here on the bottom of the main body. This side here and this side here, you'll have to do a lot of sanding in order to get it to fit as flush to this piece as possible, so that it fits better when you put the top part of the main body on. With a lot of perseverance and a lot of elbow grease, you'll be able to get them to where they look almost exactly flush for a nice clean fit. It's another quick test fit. I have all the sub-assemblies done as far as I can go, and now I need to focus on doing the lighting. So this is going to be it for part 1. Part 2 will be about the lighting and installing the lighting. So thanks for watching, and thank you for subbing, and we'll see you in part 2.